40% on Visa today, as you can see here on Discord. Alerted for our group. Buy at 219, sell at 305. Now the reason for this trade is because on Visa we see a huge flag, and I think this actually happened before. Yeah, right here, consolidation. If I were to draw the lines right here, there was a long consolidation period, just like the current one we are in right now. We just broke above, and this move should actually bring us to maybe around 230, 235 before it retraces back down. Earnings is upcoming, I think January 27 or something like that. But it was definitely a good trade, and we are out of it already. But let me break down the trade. I believe I entered... Let's see. I think I either entered at this bottom or over here on the breakout. I think it was actually at the bottom. Buy the open Visa. Because I think today I did it, and yesterday too. Yep. So yesterday at 11:53. So that means... Okay. Yeah, I think it's because I saw this right here on the intraday. We actually see usually when they consolidate like that where it's so flat, that means it's awaiting a move. Typically for earnings play, when you see something like that, it's a pretty bullish indicator. If we look at the 15-minute chart, I think that might have been like a pennant, something. Yep, something along there. But so this gave me a little like what exactly is happening, because you see, Visa's been moving up on an uptrend, and what's going on here, it's all of a sudden it's flat. So I get into this trade, and on the longer time frame, I'm already like thinking about this this breakout that might happen, and it did. So once it broke above that flag on the 4-hour chart, we actually see that it retests the breakout right here. So it breaks out, comes back down, touches that trend line once again to the T, and I entered there as well, knowing that it tested the trend line during pre-market. We got in afterwards, and the pop happened, and that's how we made the 40%. The 40% one was actually the second trade for this one, but the first one I think I made like 20%. Let me see. 29. Right here. 11:53. That's why I said it's a starter position, because it just broke out, and we have to be careful, and we have to make sure that if it does come back down to retest, we're not going to lose much and see much red. So it was a starter position. We ended up adding after we got out of that one for a profit, and that's the reason. And then today, we actually, here we see a possible bearish formation for tomorrow. So let's see if it happens. I mean, obviously, I would be calling it out prior to it happening if that's the case. But intraday-wise, this is a pretty bearish formation. I mean, you have this is called a head and shoulders formation. If it does complete, this is the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder here. So, and it technically looks perfect where you see it goes up, breaks out. This is the head, comes down, and can't go higher than this previous shoulder. So if it does work out, which we do see some heavy sell volume towards the end of the day, then this should come back down and possibly, I would say, could possibly take us down to maybe around 213-ish right here. Let's see if it happens. But a lot of people ask me about why I took this trade. The reason for this trade is because we've seen this happen before, and we learned that when you have a stock that you've seen it work on a certain pattern, you see that pattern again, it most likely would have the same exact reaction. And earnings also was part of the reason I took the trade, because earnings is, I think, around somewhere late January, and people usually play the run up into earnings. So, and in that case, if I was going to lose money on this trade, let's say I lose a lot of money and Visa comes down to maybe like 200 or 210, 205 ish. If they have a fantastic earnings, it could literally shoot up 10%. Visa usually doesn't move that much, but if it does shoot up 10%, then I would have actually like lost way less, or possibly even break even or take a small profit. That's why I set the expiration date past earnings, so that in any case, if anything was to happen, at least I could hold it as a lotto play. So risk reward wise, I had earnings on my side, I had technical formation on my side, and we executed the plan, and everything else was history. And that's how you make 40%. I think that's it. So have a good night, guys. See you guys tomorrow.